Why am I using Ableton? If it's built for live performance, why am I using this for music production or mixing or mastering? Keep in mind, I've tested almost every major DAW out there, and yet I choose this. I'm the owner of Man-Made Audio, music producer and audio engineer. You already know what this video is about, so I'm not gonna waste any time, man. Let's dive right in. Alright, so the first thing I absolutely love about Ableton is how amazing its browser is. And the first part is about the collections section. If I click edit, it opens up a bunch of collections and I can turn on whichever ones I want just by clicking them, like these two. And when I click done, those two will stay right there. And by the way, you can choose to keep the ones you want. For the ones you don't need, just uncheck them so they don't show up. It's great for keeping everything clean and organized. Now, this collection system is completely manual. How does it work? Let's say I want to add the sound to my red collection, which named favorite. Yeah, you can totally change the name here. Let's call it sample. And it will work for plugins too. But besides these manual collections, Ableton automatically categorizes your sounds and plugins for you. For example, in the plugins section, if you go to function, I can separate my instruments from my audio effects. Or under devices, I can easily filter my delays, dynamics processors, EQs, filters, and so on. You can even add things to your collections yourself. If I open the Open Tag editor and go down to genres, let's say I want to add a blues collection. To make this happen, if I just click here, nothing happens. You actually have to select something first. So I'll go ahead and select a sound and toss it into this collection. Now, when I turn this on, you see the blues collection is created, and that sound is right there. But honestly, these are pretty basic features that a lot of other DAWs have too. So why do we love this browser so much? First, the search. If I hit Ctrl+F, it opens up the All tab, and I can easily search for anything I want, like a kick. The key thing here is how incredibly fast it brought up all my kicks. Now, sure, Cubase can do this, and plenty of the other DAWs can too. So what's the difference? First is the speed, and second is how it categorizes everything. If I open up my sample pack folder, it lists everything, so I can quickly access my kicks or whatever else I'm searching for, like a snare. It's that simple. So the search is deep, fast, and beautifully categorized. But there's one feature that completely sets it apart from any other DAW out there. This right here. Let's search for kick again. Let's say I hear this kick and I like it, but it's not exactly what I need for my project. If I click this option right here, it will bring up all the samples that are similar to that kick, ranked by how close they match the reference sound I choose. Now, let's say I like this other kick instead. I can click the button again and it will bring up samples similar to this new one. This makes it incredibly easy to dig through a massive sample pack and find exactly the sound you're looking for. Another cool thing is that you can actually add other projects directly inside Ableton's browser. For example, I've added this project here. This is a preset I made in a different project, the one I'm currently using on my voice right now, which you're hearing. Here's the thing. I had a chain of effects on my voice in that project, and I can effortlessly drop them right into my current project. All I have to do is select devices and drag them over to one of my tracks, and just like that, all the presets I use open right up. I can even pull in the master line and whatever processing I did on the master channel of that other project. It makes the workflow so much faster and keeps the quality high. Okay, let's step out of the browser for a moment and look at the MIDI. Let me open up a piano real quick. See how fast I can find my piano? Alright, I'm gonna play a melody like Now, if I click this button right here, it instantly creates the MIDI for what I just played. And what's the catch? Look at this. Everything I played is pretty much right on the grid. It automatically detected the tempo. Pay close attention to this section, it's important. When I don't have the MIDI, let's undo with Ctrl+Z. There is no MIDI and the tempo is sitting around 98 BPM. But the moment I captured the MIDI, the tempo changed to 89.5. This is a massive feature, especially when you are just starting a track and jamming out ideas freely. It is incredibly important, and I use it all the time. Honestly, it's one of the main reasons I can't seem to leave this damn DAW. Next up is MIDI editing, specifically when we are laying down hi-hats. I'll grab this hi-hat, open it up on a MIDI track, and just easily paint it in. Now, here is where the real magic happens. Let's say I want to create a hi-hat roll right here. All I have to do is highlight it, hit Ctrl+E, and then use the up arrow key to increase the number of hits, or the down arrow to decrease them. Clean and simple. Then I can just change the velocity or note. And there you go. You have a perfect hi-hat roll. After that, I can select these three notes, hold Alt and pull down the velocity, or I can hit B to switch the pencil tool and draw the velocity curve like this. If I don't select them and stay on the pencil tool, I can just hit Ctrl+1 to change the grid division and easily draw in my velocity automation. Over here, I can just manually adjust them up and down. If you are doing mixing and mastering in Ableton and you worked in other DAWs before, you know that setting up bus channels, aux channels, and synth channels can sometimes take a bit of time. Inside Ableton, it's a breeze. Just select the tracks you want to send a bus. I click the first one, hold Shift, click the last one and hit Ctrl+G. Boom, that's your bus channel. It shows up right in your mixer like this. If you want to create a new return or synth track, whether you're in this view or arrangement view, just use Ctrl+Alt+T. It's that easy. Need a new audio track? Ctrl+T. Want a MIDI track? Ctrl+Shift+T. It just handles it instantly, so you never get bogged down by technical details. The next great feature for mixing in Ableton is parallel processing. How does it work? If I search for audio effect rack using Ctrl+F, I get this stock device. Let's open it up. As you can see, it's completely empty right now. If I right click inside this area and select create chain, it creates a parallel line for me. Do it again. Inside each individual chain, you can drop different plugins. For example, let's put a FabFilter Pro Q4 here. And over here, let's add a stock Ableton saturator. And on this one, a compressor like, I don't know, the Pro C2. Now I can parallel processing like parallel compression, parallel saturation, and so on. The next point is about software crashes. If Ableton ever crashes, it actually keeps an automatic backup from just a few seconds before the crash happened. This means when you are working in Ableton, you never have to live in fear of losing your work. If it's crashed, you just close the software, open Ableton with total peace of mind, and a pop-up window will appear asking if you want to recover the crashed project. When you click yes, it brings your project back up exactly how it was. In other DAWs, you might rely on autosave that happen every 5 or 10 minutes, meaning if it crashed, you have to say goodbye to your last 10 minutes of work. But in Ableton, it catches almost everything up to the final seconds. You barely lose a thing. So, is Ableton just for live shows? Absolutely not. It's a music production powerhouse, especially with 12 updates. Don't forget to drop a comment down below and let me know what DAW you are using. See you in the next one.